Tawazani, Tawazani, my Africa. Hello. Welcome. My name is Noma. This is Learning with Noma. We are still on Dream Interpretation Week, and today is day 2 of our Dream Interpretation Week. And we are doing the snake dream interpretations. Hey. Okay, today we're going to talk about the snake dreams. Like I always say, if you're following on Facebook, please do follow us on Instagram, Learning with Noma, YouTube, Learning with Noma. You visit our website, learningwithnoma.com. It's a blog website. I do write a few articles there, put them on the blog, and just try to, let us learn together, let us grow together. So today is day 2 of the Dream Interpretation Week, and we're doing the snake dreams. We're going to talk all Izinyoka namhlanje. With the week, I've said that I'm going to try to give a brief understanding of what is dreams before I get to the topic of the day. Like I did yesterday, dreams are commonly known as a series of images that run through one's mind, and you get the dreams when you're sleeping, your body is asleep and your conscious mind is awake. But for us who are spiritually gifted, we know that dreams are messages from God and your ancestors, your spirit guides. When they communicate with you, that is a platform that is used. Dreams are a platform that is used by abantu abadala to sort of like help us communicate better with them, because communication is a two-way street. So when you phahla, you are talking to them. When you pray, you're talking to God. But when you dream, is the answer coming from the other side. So that is why we are unpacking dreams this week, so that we also get to understand the messages that we are receiving from the other side. Today we are talking all dreams snakes. And dreams can be messages, or they are messages, but messages can be from the past, where they are drawing you back to where you come from, to say, listen, you've lost your way. Come, our child, let us guide you back into the way, or just reminding you of all the things that you went through in the past that you managed to conquer or to overcome. Reminding you of the strength that you have inside of you, reminding you of what you're capable of, a message that is just a reminder of what you're capable of, or a reminder of saying, remember the last time you did this, remember the last time you were in this situation, this is what happened because you were behaving like this. And then we can talk about present tense. Dreams can be messages about your current situation, making you aware of where you are in life, what needs to be shifted, what needs to be moved, what is shifting, what is starting, and yeah, just those beautiful messages, or a warning to say, if you do not change your ways, you might be in trouble. And then you also have dreams that are about your future. It can be the current future, like the near future. Tawaza Matu, Tawaza, welcome. It can be about the current, near future. It can be something that's going to happen tomorrow, in a week's time, in a month's time, in a year's time. But it can be a preparation for a ritual that needs to be done, a cleansing that needs to be done, a preparation about, a movement from one level of your life to another, change that's going to occur. So dreams are very important. They are telegrams, they are messages. They are not like our SMSs, our WhatsApp messages. Ancestors have to send us a message that will maybe be revealed in our physical world, or that we will understand in our physical realm in a few weeks, in a few months, in a few years. But dreams are important messages from your ancestors, from God, divine, the creator. And we need to take a closer understanding at dreams. We need to understand dreams, and we need to actually take dreams seriously. Thank you. Hey, reporting for class. Yes, welcome to your online comprehensive classroom, Learning with Noma. We are changing our lives one lesson at a time. Lesedi. Alright, so like I said, today we are going to be talking all things snakes. I personally am afraid of snakes. I've told my ancestors, it's fine. I can dream of snakes. I can do whatever with snakes in my dreams, but don't even think of bringing it in the physical realm, and I would run and not even look back. I'm afraid of snakes. I'm afraid of a snake on TV. I'm afraid of a snake, you know, just on paper, on a magazine. I cannot, my body reacts somehow. I actually don't, in general. I'm not a person who's comfortable around animals in reality. I just have that sensitivity to them. So yeah, today we're gonna talk about dreams. But in dreams, yay, I dream, I talk, I sit, and I don't even want to go when I'm with them. My spirit is very calm when I'm around them. So snakes, what are snakes? Snakes are reptiles, to start with. They are limbless, and like they don't have your legs or your arms. They slither when they crawl around to find their way. They don't have eyelids. They don't have your visible nose. They use their tongue to smell for their prey. They use their tongue to sort of like find out where you are. They listen with their jaw, because their jaw is so close to the ground. They pick up the sound vibrations, and with them picking up the sound vibration, it sort of like informs the snake of how far is your prey, how big is the prey, so that they start preparing, or it starts preparing itself for the prey that is about to catch if it wants to eat and it's hungry. But yeah, so snakes have their own way of being, and their tongue is split into two. We all know. We are talking about somebody, someone who we refer to as lemaulen kadipedi. You try to fit in everywhere, and by doing that, you always try to say what is relevant to the current situation. So how noma, you are okay to talk kia hampe, how kia you talk noma hampe. When now not go fit, you are that kind of person. When someone is referred to as Noah, you don't have a standing place. We don't know exactly, are you cold, are you hot, because that is what reptiles are. When they're in a cold environment, they adapt to the environment. When they're around warm bodies, they then become warm. So wherever you are, you try to fit in. That is having a snake. And snakes swallow people whole, or they swallow their prey whole. They don't chew. They swallow, and everything will be digested. That is the danger of a snake. If you have someone who is in your life and you are being warned and you have been told this person is a snake, you need to be careful. That's exactly what it means. This person is one day out of the blue, you're still happy, you're still talking, you're still good, boy, and then what? I'm swallowed whole as I am. No warning, no nothing. So that is why it is very important for us to understand when phrases are used. Always go back to the animal. Try to find out the characteristics, and that will help you also understand why they were referring, or we have those idioms or idioms that we refer to, and then when we talk about snake dreams, we can have positive and negative, like everything else. There's a black and white, negative, positive, the yin, the yang. It is never all bad. So I'm gonna try to talk about snakes as a sign of transformation, rebirth, renewal, and wisdom into one's life. When you're dreaming of snakes, I'll say rubbing their skin off. We all know when they grow to move to be bigger to the next level, a snake always loses its skin, or it sheds off its skin. And the skin, when you look at it, it's always taller than the snake. That's because the skin that has covered the whole body, and it sort of like kept it together in a comfortable space. Because if it was as equal or smaller than the body, then the snake could have gotten out of the skin a long time ago. It will not be comfortable. So when you're dreaming of snakes it can mean that a new chapter in your life is coming up. You need to get out, especially if you are dreaming of a snake shedding its skin off, or you see the skin of the snake and you don't see the snake in the dream, but you can just see that the shedding of the skin has happened. That in itself could tell you that you need to get out of your comfortable space, or you are going to get out of your comfortable space soon. You need change, and in order for change to occur in your life, you are going to need to leave other people behind. You're going to leave other situations behind. In order for you to get to the next level, something needs to be shed off. So in order for you to move from where you are to the next level, there needs to be an understanding that something needs to be shed off. You need to leave other people behind. It can be your family, it can be your friends, it can be a job. You need to change jobs for you to get the promotion that you've been asking for. When you are sitting in that one place, they don't know your worth because they hired you before you got your experience, your skills. Now you are not the same person that walked through that door, but you want the promotion. If you don't get it where you are, you need to change jobs. Change needs to take place in your life. A relationship, yes, we've been together for 10 years, we've been together for 15 years, but we're no longer working. You don't fit in to where I am going. You've been my friend since primary, we grew up together, but it's not that I don't like you, but where I'm going right now, me and you are not gonna work. So a dream about snakes shedding off their skin can be a symbol or a sign to say to you, shed off the old you so that you can become a new you. You have outgrown your environment. You have outgrown the situation that you are in. And it can also spiritually be a sign of your awakening. When we talk about hulo twasa or going ephehlweni, when you twasa, it's the old you dying and the new you coming to birth, because you are no longer even called by the name that you left your house as. How Gogo Noma comes back as umkhulu or ugogo spanban, gogo dlamini, mkhulu, whoever, because the old Noma has died and the new is being born. So when you dream of snakes shedding off their skin, just know that a new experience is entering into your life. Spiritually, you are awakening, and you need to understand with the awakening comes shedding of things. You need to leave things behind. You need to walk as a different person. Growth requires change. Change requires movement out of your comfort zone. You need to move in order for change to occur. Then you also have to look at it as, before I move from that, leaving all the baggage behind. Sometimes we want to move to the next level, but you're still carrying your past with you. Some things in the past were there as a lesson. You've learned it, take it, move on. But we want to carry it with us. So dreaming of snakes, it can be an indication that you're still holding on to a lot of your past, and you need to let it go. You need to be reborn. You need a rebirth so that you can walk into this new space and you can achieve or understand who you are in your new skin. Be comfortable with that new skin and walk the journey in that new skin. And then you get dreams where you are with snakes in environments, water mostly. When you dream of snakes around the water, first of all, you need to maybe identify the water. Yesterday we were talking about water reservoirs. Are you at a river? Are you at a dam? Are you at the ocean? Where are you? Is it big water or small waters? And with the snake, is it a big snake or a small snake? With the snake, are you comfortable or are you uncomfortable? the color of the snake that is around you. Water are guarded, waters or water bodies are guarded. And when you dream of snakes in water, you can be dreaming of the water guardian himself or herself, the goddess. You dream of mermaids. Somebody talked about mermaids yesterday. I think it was Charlotte. We were talking about mermaids yesterday. You dream of snakes around water. You are comfortable. The snake, you can even talk to it. You converse. You've got conversations with the snake. You're spiritually gifted. You are being shown that in water you are going to heal. In water you are going to work. In water you're going to find your gifts. That's where most of us started. Like I say, I'm not even gonna hide it. I'm scared. Even if you say you're paying me 1 million to just put it around my neck, that will be fear factor for me, facing my fears. But in dreams, you are so comfortable. You sit, you talk. The snake instructs you to do things. Sometimes it's not verbally, like you will hear a voice coming out of the snake, but just sitting around the snake, you are able to communicate in a way that you cannot explain to a person when you are trying to explain the dream. But I could understand what it was saying to me. When you're dreaming of the snakes in water, are they coming out of the water? Do you see them in water? Are you the one going into the water? And when you get into the water, do you see them coming out up to you? Or are you the one who goes deep down into the water, and then you sort of like, when you get down there, you meet the snake, and then you are comfortable and you start working with the snake? That could be, a gift that you have. Togozantimi, thank you very much. Thank you. We are here, so we are learning, yes. And when you are around the snake, like I said, you look if it's a small snake or a big snake. Big snakes are usually those guardians of the water. It might not necessarily mean you need to go to uyo twasa for water spirits and guys. It might, like I said, when it comes to a dream is very individualized. It's about you. It's about what you're seeing in the dream. It's about what's happening around you in the dream. Now, when you are with the snake, is the snake instructing you to work? Is it giving you things to work with? Are you comfortable with it? If it's like that, you're gonna take into attention the color of the snake. Black snakes are always, and I've said it yesterday, black is always associated with evil, bad. I hate. Yes, because of how we grew up and how everything has been associated, we cannot change dark energies being associated with black. But it's not always that black is bad. If you're around waters and you see a black snake and you're comfortable around it and it's giving you instructions and there are things that it's handing over to you that are good, there's no bad energy. You all in a dream, whether you wake up remembering the dream or not, your subconscious mind will never lie to you. If you were not comfortable, if you were in danger, you will wake up with anxiety. You will wake up still having, that fear, not being in a space where you are settled. If you're dreaming of your black snakes attacking you, coming out of the water, chasing you, yes, that's bad omen. Whether it's green, whether it's black, whether it's yellow, we don't want a snake chasing you. So for me, for today, I don't even, I'm not going to dwell too much on the colors, because the action of the snake is what is important. The color is going to come later for us to then understand. When we talk of, I dreamt of a green snake, then I'm associated with whatever you are saying in the dream, and it will come and make sense. It's interpreting your dream, and it will also make sense to you as the person who had the dream when we bring everything together. But for now, for the general interpretation, I'm going to concentrate on what is happening. What are the actions of the snake in the dream? So if a snake is coming out of water, it's chasing you, that's not a good sign. It can mean that your ancestors are after you because they are trying to catch up with you, to tell you, you've got a gift. Can you listen to us? We are trying to guide you. We're trying to show you that here where you are in the waters with us, it's a safe space. It can be that you've been chased by enemies. It's a warning that, hey, beware, your enemies are already conspiring. There's a conspiracy and people are after you. So you need to also be aware of the chasing of the snake as you are in the dream. Were you able to outrun the snake? Because if you outrun it, then you need to be awakened in the physique to say, I'm going to look around my environment and be careful of the people around me. Start listening to your intuition. Yes, I've been friends with Noma for 10 years, but all of a sudden around her, I don't feel comfortable anymore. People change. People change. So take into consideration the kind of dreams that you're having and what is happening around you when you wake up every day. You dream of small snakes coming out of water. Maybe the first dream was just one snake chasing you. This one is many little snakes coming. A little baby snake is as dangerous as the big snake. Sometimes we look at situations and say, yeah, it's still small, it's fine, I don't see danger there. But the very small one that has just been born can harm you the same way the big one can. It's still a snake. It still is harmful in its nature. It's poisonous in its nature. So you might be ignoring small things that are happening in your life and not taking them seriously, and it can be a warning to say, deal with these small things as small as they are, because if you don't, they're going to become too many small things and you won't be able to deal with any of them. Situations, again, can be your health. You are sick today, it's flu, tomorrow it's a headache, tomorrow it's your back, and you're thinking small elements, minor things. I go to the doctor today, next week again, I'm at the doctor. You're not taking it seriously. Your body's trying to tell you, I need to be recharged. Slow down, calm down. So you need to take time out and you need to recharge, because this is a warning. Danger. Snakes are danger, guys. We all know when you look at a snake, you're looking at danger. We all run. So you're being warned that there is something that is brewing in your life and it's dangerous. And if you don't take care of yourself, these small things can become too many issues that you cannot handle. And when you see snakes in water, hanging with the water, it can also be an indication of trouble that will come from people that are not even close to you. Because water is a mode of transport. People travel with ships in water from far away places to come to us. So the problem that you're facing, it can be something that's not going to happen right now. It can happen in the near future. So what's down below, welcome. It can be something that's going to happen in the future, but you just don't want that it's coming. Or it can be something that's going to happen from somebody who is coming from a distance. It's not someone who is close to you, but you just need to be careful, because you always look at the people close to us and you never look at someone from afar to bring us trouble. You might not even be aware Okay, so the sign is the sign, right? Let me try everyone. Sorry, I'm just but I'm trying to see if I can change my position. closest to you can be the ones that are bringing this pain. So you need to be careful. I hope I'm better. I try to change my location. It's not the best in terms of light. But yeah. And then you have dreams where you are sort of like seeing the snake biting your loved one. That one is also about self-introspection. Look at how you are feeling when the snake is biting the other person. What dreams mean? You are going to do something, you're about to do something that's going to hurt someone that you love. It can mean you're going to see someone that you love being hurt. So we also need to be careful about such dreams, because it can be about you. If you're looking at someone that you love being bitten by a snake, it can be you who's going to inflict the pain. And you are being warned that, yeah, be careful of what you're doing, your actions around this person, or your actions around the people that you love. We want to show love, but sometimes the way we show love is not the way other people are expecting the love to be shown. And we show love in a selfish way. So you need to take your feeling in the dream when you see the person that you love being bitten by a snake. How did you feel? Did you feel hurt? Did you want to save them? Did you want to defend? Or were you just sitting there being okay with it? And then it comes again, seeing your enemy being bitten. Sometimes it's not necessarily seeing a person, but in the dream knowing that this is someone who wanted to harm me, who wanted to hurt me. Because in dreams, that's what happens. You don't always maybe see the person, but you will have the feeling to say, this was an enemy trying to attack me. If you see such a person being bitten by a snake, and now you're feeling happy in the dream, or you're feeling excited about what is happening, that's where Tagati starts. For me, I always say, when it comes to people who have done me wrong, I'd rather protect myself against those people. But I'm not gonna play the yo-yo game. I'm not gonna now start saying I send it back and then they're gonna send it back. Poor spirit that is in between me and this person that we are fighting about, whatever that we're fighting about. Protect yourself and never look for vengeance. Never want revenge. Rather release the dark energy into light. Phahla. Build. When I was talking about the red candle, I said red candle is used for fighting. But for me, I love using the positive energy of protection in terms of the red candle. So instead of fighting your enemy, pray for them. Wish them well. Pray that they come into the light and get out of that dark place that is making them not sleep at night when you are sleeping and you are communicating with your ancestors and receiving beautiful messages from God. So when you dream of a snake biting someone that you do not like, your enemy, that requires you to do some introspection. Check your feelings, check your emotions towards that person, check your emotions towards the situation. Maybe you were hurt, maybe you were, there's something that happened at work that made you end up being in a disciplinary hearing or something of that nature. So you need to understand that I am going to pray for the next person and not wish for them bad luck. Sorry, I just want to do this. This is disturbing me. Okay. I'm not going to wish for them to have anything coming back to them, because when you are associated in the dream with the behavior of a snake, or you condone the behavior of the snake, be careful, you are being consumed by darkness. So your ancestors can also be warning you to say, check your feelings. Check how you are feeling at the moment. It's not always about you being attacked, but you can also be attacking yourself. You can also be attacking yourself. When you're dreaming of dead snakes, When you get into the dream, the snake is already dead. Peace, be still. Know that I am God. Peace, be still. Know that we are your Dlozi. So you don't need to lift a finger. You don't need to fight. We are here. We are fighting for you. The enemy has already been defeated. They're telling you you're going to meet a situation that might require for you to react, but you need to stay calm because they are the ones fighting. The one thing I've learned from my people is if I take over and I fight, they step back and they watch me. But Noma, do it. It's yours. But when I surrender and I give it to them, they fight for me in ways that I sometimes get surprised, or I sometimes have to go and say to I didn't ask for that. Or Haibo, it's enough. Wait. Because I am so relaxed. I'm not aware of whatever that the enemy wants to do for me. My aim is to protect my territory. Like I was saying yesterday to someone when they told me about their dream. Darkness does not come because it is directed to you only. Darkness can come because you are not protected. So all the dark energies that are being sent to other people, because the other side also is protecting themselves. I'm the middleman who is not protected, who's lacking protection. Those dark energies can come into my space. So when you dream of dead snakes, it's just your ancestors, your guides, your God telling you that I've taken care of it, my child. When you meet this situation, no matter how pressing and no matter how the enemy comes like a bull charged at you, you stand firm. You do not fight, you do not lift a finger, you do not say a word. I've got it. I am in charge, I'm going to fight it for you. And again, dead snakes can also be a warning for you to say you are at a space in your life where you have given up and you have allowed, death into your space, whether it's emotional death where you are sad and depressed and you're no longer wanting to pick yourself up. Guys, context is very important when it comes to a dream. You telling me how you felt, what was happening, who was with you, where did you find the snake? Was it inside your house, outside your house? Because again, with snakes, when you find them inside your house, be careful what kind of energies you're inviting into your space. It can be that it's someone very close to you, a family member who is plotting or who is bringing dark energies into your space. Or it can be you are the one who is carrying dark energies into your own space. You go, you meet people who are not, I'll say, spiritually in line with you. You're not in alignment. You try to fit in places where you're not supposed to fit in. And when you get into your own space, you bring those negative energies because energy is carried. And in order for you to let it go, you need to be able to understand meditation. You need to be able to be in a space where you are able to release the energy. So you might be the one coming with the dark energies into your own space when you dream of snakes in your own space. But it can also be saying, be careful. We all know that family dynamics are, hey, we know stories. We look at Rats Hotel. They're all over, guys. So you need to be careful of what kind of energies you are bringing into your space and what are you allowing into your space. And then when you're dreaming of snake outside your house or outside your yard, in a space outside of where you are, that could just be again a message saying you have cleared your energies, especially if you're someone who was meditating. I always say meditate with intention so that when an answer comes, you are able to identify what the answer is saying to you. Maybe you were doing meditation, cleansing your space, or incense, whatever that you are burning around your space, trying to cast out all this, I'll say, bad energies or bad vibes into your space, out of your space, and then you dream of snakes outside of your space. You have successfully achieved what you wanted to do. they're outside. You don't need to be worried. They have been removed from your space. And there are situations where someone will tell you, I had a dream, Gogo, the snake was dead, and I knew it was dead because I even sort of like poked it. But then the snake got up again, or it sort of like bit me while it was dead. A warning. Your ancestors, your entourage, God has dealt with the situation, but when you're busy going back, you've already broken up with this guy. He was abusive. But you're busy calling him, you're busy WhatsApping him, you're busy messaging him, telling him you're not going to get anywhere in like, hey, leave him alone. It's over. The breakup is done. Work on yourself. Sometimes we hold on to toxic situations even after they have let us go. The situation has released you. But when you are still going back and poking and poking and poking, you're still going back, poking the situation, trying to see if the situation is really dead. But you want to see, to know that you were crucified. So you need to let it go. It has been dealt with. And you look at your current situation with every dream, guys. Like I say, I'm just going to keep repeating that with this dream sessions. You look at your current situation, you take the dream, you internalize it, it becomes your own. And you sort of like understand the feelings that you're having in the dream, how it made you feel. Were you comfortable? Who was with you? What was the snake doing? Did you relate? Like I said, with it, when it's attacking your loved one, were you relaxed that it's attacking your loved one? Obvious, the first reaction when your loved one is attacked is for you to want to protect them. So did you want to do that? Did you want to protect? Did you want to protect the loved one? And when we are also dreaming of snakes, this one will need for you to have knowledge of snakes, because I'm afraid of them. I don't really do much research on snakes, but when you tell me toro ya hao, the spirit gives guidance on how to interpret, and in that I learn also. What I know about rattlesnakes, they rattle their tail when they're trying to warn you, as the prey or the perpetrator, that hey, don't come near me, I'm here. So rattlesnakes can mean there's gossip going around about you. People are gossiping, scattering, plotting against you. That could be a rattlesnake in your dream. When you sometimes you don't even see it, you just hear the rattle of the snake. If you're dreaming of anacondas or your big snakes, your cobras, your pythons, sort of like being around you and wrapping you around, but squeezing in a way, that could also mean that there is a big conspiracy that is happening. There's a big attack that's gonna come. It can either be to your health, to your finance, to your well-being as a person, and you need to be careful. You need to trade carefully around people. You need to take warning signs seriously. When you're dreaming of snakes like the boa snake that sort of like wraps itself around you and squeezes the life out of you, look at the situations that you are in. You might be having a habit on an addiction that is squeezing the life out of you. You might be drinking, smoking, a habit of gambling, a habit of always being with friends and not being with your loved ones. You need to make time for your loved ones. You need to make time for your social life. But look at the situations that are squeezing the life out of you. Instead of you doing things that are productive with your life, you are busy engaging in situations or in activities that are not being productive or that are not bringing life back to you. And then when you dream of snakes falling, or again with your big snakes, when they are attacking you, it can be an attack from someone at a higher position than you. Maybe you're at work, your boss and yourself, you don't get along. and your boss has started, or someone superior to you has started talking bad about you around the workplace. Snakes falling from the sky. That could also be an indication of an attack coming from someone at a higher position than you. That can be at work, that can even be, you know, at home, in a relationship, but it's just indicating that the attack is going to come from somebody who you consider above you. Spiritually, it can be your spiritual guider, your healer. Would say, hey, be careful, Gogo Noma manje, no. She's no longer healing, but she's coming with energies because she can see what you've got, and now she's trying to choncha whatever luck that you have, or she's not really doing whatever that she needs to do under the guidance of ancestors. She's now doing it out of her own head, out of her own knowledge and will. Be careful, this person is danger now. You need to move, you need to change. When you are dreaming of I'm trying to think. We've talked about the runaway, when you're running away from snakes. We've talked about killing snakes. If there's anything about snakes also that I missed, maybe a dream about, when you dream of snakes playing with your children, you also need to know how you felt in that dream. Did you feel that your children are your loved ones? Were they in danger? Did you want to protect them? When we look at Xhosa's bomajola, we know snakes are their ancestors. So dreaming of a snake can be a good thing for you. It means ukuthi Dlozi is here. Dlozi is acknowledging you. Dlozi is giving you blessings. You need to take it and individualize the dream and take into consideration what is happening around you with the snake. Green snakes are good. Green is always good. It's a color for Mother Earth at her best, at her, you know, her peak when she's producing. So when you're dreaming of green snakes, if they are not attacking you, if you feel at peace, if you're around water with the snake, you're working, or you're even in the house and the snake is around you, just being with you, talking, being in a space of comfort with that snake, that can be an indication that there is a new beginning that's coming, a new journey, something, prosperity is coming into your life. But your dark green snakes that you're gonna see, you know, slithering in the grass and you just see it by your legs, danger. Snakes, when you talk about the snake in the grass, it means danger. Matu, what about a big white python just curled up in the river but no action from it? Okay, white snakes are also very good. White is a sign of purity, it's a sign of prosperity, but when they are curled up, it might mean that you are afraid of the potential that you have. You are afraid to move from that space. Remember, snakes, when they are full, they are comfortable, they hibernate. So you might be in a space in your life where you are hibernating because you are comfortable of where you are. But that in itself is dangerous, because how you cannot attack the enemy. A snake, when it's just eating, you can kill it, like it's just gonna sit there. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing it can do. So it's a very dangerous position to be in. A coiled up snake is not good. It means that you are too comfortable in a space that you're in, and you've got more potential than that. They're showing you that you are as dangerous as a snake. You've got potential, but you're now curled up. You are too comfortable in a space. You need to move. And again, if you see the snake is curled up and it's sort of like coming up in the dream, that might be a sign of your spiritual awakening. Remember, when you talk about the 7 chakras of the body, they run through the spine. So you might see the snake coming from the ground, going all the way up, even passing beyond your head and beyond, showing you the connection and the opening of your chakras, and even connecting you with your crown chakra to the universe and divine. But a snake that is curled up, it's not always good. It's a warning, it's a message that is saying you are now too comfortable in a space that you are in. You need to move, you need to take action, you need to understand your potential. You've got potential, but potential without action, it is wasted. So yeah, the white python is it's purity, it's prosperity, it's good, and yeah, it is associated with all good things, and it comes with gifts. It comes bearing gifts. You will also most of the time see it in your dreams in water or around water, showing you that it's bearing gifts. It's coming to guide you in your space, and it's coming to, yeah, to give you gifts, to connect you to your higher self, because that's what snakes are in spirituality, that elevation, because they can sort of like go all the way up with their body, represent the spine, go through the energies from the earth, because we do have an earth chakra that connects to our root chakra, or our foot chakra to the root chakra, and then it all goes up to our spine until it reaches the crown, and it goes beyond into the universe, connecting us to our higher self. Yeah. So if you dream of, oh yeah, there's also brown snakes, guys. Brown snakes, just like your green snakes, they are earthy. You know, when you talk about the earth, we talk about nature, we talk about comfort. So when you dream of brown snakes, sometimes they'll be like curling around you. And when a snake comes and curls around you, it's not always a bad thing. You need to know how you feel, and if it was squeezing or it was just being comfortable in its curl. Because sometimes it's comforting you. You can dream of the snake picking you up. It's sort of like wrapping itself around you, because it needs to pick you up and take you to another space. Maybe take you to the waters. Maybe it's going to lift you up to a mountain, whatever. But it's just showing you that I'm your mode of transport. I'm your ancestor. I'm your higher self. I'm here to elevate you from the space where you are at into the next level. Thank you, Matutogos. I'm here to elevate you from where you are into the next level. That is why it will need to, because that is how they communicate. That is the only, we've said it in the beginning, it does not have legs, it does not have limbs, legs, arms, nothing. So in order for it to elevate you, in order for the spirit to show you that I am not here to harm you, but I'm here to elevate you, it will need to wrap itself around you and sort of like elevate you. I've had people telling me of dreams where you have this big snake coming into your yard, and it sort of like wraps everything around your house. It wraps it around, but you don't feel scared. That is your ancestors showing you that we are protecting you. We are there. We are going to guard everything that you have inside your yard, and we are protecting you. We are here for protection. I mean, really, how when you've got a big snake covering your house, that person, so that is them telling you we are protecting you. Then we've got dreams where people dream of rainbow snakes. The scales are sort of like shining in different colors. Good part of the dream, at the end of the rainbow, there is a pot of gold. So if you're dreaming of rainbow snakes, it could mean that there's a situation that's coming to an end. Because remember in the Bible when Noah is building the ark and morwalo wa tla wa metsi, the indication that came to him, the rain has stopped. He saw a rainbow, and the rainbow was saying, it is done. And it was also said, every time you see a rainbow, you will know that this bad situation or the bad patch that you were going through has come to an end. So when you see snakes that have those rainbow shiny colors, it can mean an end to a situation that was very terrible, a disaster in your life, and now you need to understand there's a new beginning that is coming. Dreaming of snakes that have those shiny colors, maybe like the dream that you are asking about, you're dreaming of the snake that is coiled up but it's in those different colors. It can mean that you've got blocked chakras, your energy centers are blocked. You need to do some sort of healing to your chakras to open them, because color and chakras and energy, they go together. When you look at your root chakra is red, your sacral is orange, and your solar is yellow. Orange is a mixture of yellow and red, so they talk to each other, guys. Color talks to each other. When you're dreaming of those rainbow snakes, it can mean look at yourself, look at your energy centers. Are you connected to divinity? Are your chakras open? Are you connected to self? Are you connected to your higher self? Are you connected to divine? Are you praying wapahla? Have you not lost your way of communication with your entourage? And you just need to connect, to reconnect. Yellow snakes. Yellow is a color that is associated mostly with Istunya. So with your yellow snakes in the waters, they can just be an indication that yes, you are gifted, your gifts are coming. The gifts that come from your spiritual, I'll say religious side of it. Profita. They are coming, and because by Profita they work so much with water, even the snakes, you'll find them in water. Dreams of yellow snakes can also be an indication of a dry season that's coming in your life, because how when autumn, it's a very brownish kind of yellowish season. Everything is dry, so it can be an indication that be warned, you are coming into a dry season. But we cannot have green seasons all year round. That's why we have 4 seasons in a year. Things are not going well in my life, but it could just be your ancestors warning you and preparing you and saying, don't worry, we are here with you. There is a lesson that needs to be learned. For every situation that you face, for every trial that you go through, it's important to understand the lesson in that situation that needed to be learned, and you learn it. I hope that with the little that I have said today, or the way I have explained the snake dreams, they are very difficult to explain, because always it will be like dreaming of a snake is a bad thing. But when you when you have dreamed it and you relay the dream to the person that you are talking to, it will then become easier for them to break it down and tell you, okay, because of this it's a warning, but because of this it's a blessing, because they're saying they're with you. Because of this, we need to be careful of what is happening around you. Dreams are very individualized. Here is just me guiding you and saying, please take note of 1, 2, 3 in your dreams. The color of the snake, is it a big or a small snake? The environment that you are in, is it your house? Is it the waters? Is it outside of your house? Is it in a desert, in green pastures? Where are you? How are you feeling? Emotion is the most important thing in a dream. How were you feeling in the dream? Were you comfortable? Even being with a lion sitting there, were you comfortable with that lion? Because with each and every animal, it's the same. If you are comfortable with the animal and you relate and you're able to talk with it, then it's good vibes. But the minute you are scared and you feel attacked and you are not at ease, you want to move and shift as soon as you possibly can, then something is not okay. Your subconscious mind is saying to your conscious mind, wake up, wake up. Something is happening. We need to act. You need to be careful. So even with snakes, it's still the same concept. Snakes are beautiful creatures that carry our gifts. Snakes are our ancestors, especially those that come with water, because it can be a long distant ancestor, who is traveling from a very far place. Remember that we had to travel, move from the south to the north, from the north to the south to the east. We were just all over. So sometimes dreaming of snakes in water, it can just be an indication that the ancestor that is coming to be in your presence is someone from a long generation from now. It's not but it can be someone that you don't even know, but it's just bringing us back to our roots. Snakes are not all bad. Take into consideration what the snake is doing, how you are feeling. Snakes are not all good. Be warned. Every time you have a dream about a snake, look at your emotion, look at your current situation, look at your health. Oh yeah, and again, the one thing I think I didn't mention about snakes when I talk about health, being bitten by a snake can also mean that you are going to receive your healing after a long time of being sick. because when we talk about injections, it's like a sting that the snake will give you. So if you're comfortable around the snake and it bites you and you don't even react or want to fight, it can be that you are being given healing, that is medicine coming into you, because when it bites you, it's injecting something poisonous as it is, but in a dream the very same poison can become medicine. When you dream of your loved one also being bitten by a snake, it can be either they're going to be very sick, you need to be careful, you need to, or they're in a situation where they are sick emotionally, physically, you need to inquire. Or if they were sick, they're getting their healing also. If you dream of fighting a snake, you might be fighting your purpose, or you might be fighting, you know, you might be like you're gonna face a situation where you will be fighting enemies, where you'll be faced with enemies, and it will be a challenge that needs you to act or react. Yeah. I guess some of them, they're just coming as we are finishing. There's a lot, guys. That's why I always say that I like writing them down, all the points that I need to talk about, because when you're in that space, at least you can think of everything. And then when you dream of eating a snake, it's dead, you eat it. It can mean you are eating yourself up ego-wise. Be careful. Your own actions are gonna end up being poisonous unto you. Or it can really be a danger of saying, we don't want people eating at night in dreams. It's not something that we like in African spirituality. When you are eating at night, so you will need to keep this thing out, to take this thing out. But yeah, eating in dreams is not always good, so be careful of what was happening. If you're eating a snake, some people will tell you, I just took it and I just started, you know, ripping it with my own mouth and teeth. You might be fighting against your inner purpose. You might not, you know, be what you are being called for, or really there's this enemy that is entering into your life, and you're just gonna fight the enemy because it's coming to attack. So it can be a warning to say there's a big fight coming and you need to fight it, I'll say mercilessly. You know, you must not have any mercy. Just fight so that you can win the battle. I hope that the information was insightful with the network problems. I will check the video as I edit it. I do the editing. If there's too many problems, maybe the part where we missed, I will sort of like pre-record and edit to the video, and you can check it on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining the classroom tonight as we talked about dreams of snakes. If you have a dream that, you know, you might, like I said, guys, dream interpretation is very difficult, because even now with the one that I'm talking with Matu about, there's so many things that I will ask in order for me to give a full interpretation that will be relevant to her dream and give her and you know, a holistic understanding of exactly what the dream is about. So dream interpretation is seen as a sort of like a consultation. I don't do the dream interpretations out of my own understanding, like now, as I'm just giving you general. But when it's now individualized, we need to invite spirit and we need to be guided, because the message is from them, and the message they're giving to me and the message they give to you. We can both have dreams of a white snake coiled up, and with you, no action. It means they are asking you to go and sit. You've been too busy. It's time to take a break. Just go and hibernate for a little while. And for me, it can be, yay, get out of your comfort zone. Get out of your comfort zone. You need to take action. You need to start doing something, acting on whatever action that needs to be taken. So dreams are individualized. Dreams need you to have as much detail as you possibly can, and journal your dreams. If you do, please, when I say journal, I'm not asking you to go buy a journal for 200 or what, just a simple notebook, 72 pages, or if you can buy your hardcovers. Just write them down. At least have somewhere where you are recording all these things. So guys, and lucky you, I guess. Yeah, and just be careful also, you've heard this dream about snakes, so don't go dreaming about snakes tonight. And again guys, that's another thing we do in dream interpretation this week. We're talking all dreams, so again, like tonight, if you go and you dream of a white snake or brown snake, you killing a snake, just remember you were listening to this lesson. Some things, they are just our subconscious mind reminding us of things that happened during the day. If you watched a TV, you just watched a movie where people are fighting, it's very likely that you're going to go to bed and you're going to have dreams about people who were fighting, or you're going to fight somebody in the dream. So let's also be careful about what kind of food are we feeding to our minds, because that can influence the kind of dreams that we are having. But you are very lucky. They're not all bad, believe me. For me, I enjoy them. I think the dreams that I enjoy most are when I'm at the waters with my snake people, and we're talking and we're working and we're doing whatever that we do, because they're so relaxed. They are not demanding. They are not they just make me feel comfortable. It's a place where I belong. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me tonight. Please do remember, tomorrow I will not be here at 7 o'clock. I had prior commitments, and I will see you guys on Thursday when we are talking about common dreams about flying, being chased by dogs, dreaming of weddings. So in that one on Thursday, you guys can come with your dreams, and we can see if we cannot just do a mix masala nyana, interpret a few dreams, and see if we can learn more about dreams, because it's just common dreams that people dream about. I'm not going to really do much about dreams of spirituality, because that one we can tap into on Friday when we do the signs that you might have a spiritual calling. So let's see each other on Thursday. Keep safe, stay blessed, and by all means, do comment if you've got a question. Do not forget to communicate with me at the moment. You can use my email address at learningwithnoma@gmail.com. learningwithnoma@gmail.com. You ask a question, you share your dream, you give me a topic suggestion, and we look around those things. You even inquire about bookings. I'm sure by next week the WhatsApp number will be on all on all my social media platforms, but the WhatsApp will be strictly for consultation inquiries only. If you want to ask a question, if you want to comment, if you want to do a topic suggestion, or you will be still talking to me via email. I do my own administration, so I don't want to get things all mixed up. Thank you so much for joining the classroom. Let's see each other on Thursday. From me, Gogo Noma, this is Learning with Noma. We are changing our lives one lesson at a time. Don't forget to click the share button. A lesson learned should be a lesson shared. Thokozani, Lesedi, Kamagwini, Magwande, Ma-Africa. Bye-bye.